Hi there, I hope you're okay and you're ready to do some learning. So today's learning is about shading in fractions. Okay, so if we look at our first shape, we can see it's a half and the fraction is 30 over 60. But before we get into this, what is our top number called? Have a think. That's right, it's the numerator. And our bottom number is called what? Good, the denominator. Well done. So, what we need to do is divide 60 by 30 and we'll be able to find out what we need to shade in on this shape. So, because it's half, we know we need to half our denominator. So, what is half of 60? Have a think. That's right, half of 60 is 30. Or 2 30s are 60. So, we know each half of this shape represents what? Good, 30. So we simply need to shade in 1/2 of this shape, and that is our fraction shaded in or coloured in. Okay, so 30 over 60 as a fraction, we need to just shade in half of this shape. Okay, so if we look at our next shape, we can see it's 30 over 40. So this one, what we can do, we can count each part of the shape, and then that will help us to shade in the right amount. So let's have a look. Let's count and see how many parts we have to this shape. Are you ready to count with me? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now what we need to do is work out how many 4s are in 40. Okay, and we know our 10 times table already, so we should know how many 4s go into 40. How many 4s do go into 40? That's right, 10 4s go into 40. But let's just count these sections in tens to see if we're right. Are you ready? Let's go. 10, 20, 30, 40. That's right, so each part is worth 10. And how much do we have to shade in? 30. So let's count in tens again till we get to 30, see how many sides we need to shade it in. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. So each is 10, so 10, 20, 30. Let's go and shade these in. So here's 10, 20, and 30. Okay, so now we've shaded in our fraction, which was 30 over 40. Well done. So here we're going on to our next one. And this fraction says what? That's right, it's 10 over 30. So again, we're going to count each part to work out what we need to shade in. So let's count each part. Are you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we've got 6 parts. So now we need to see how many 6s go into 30. So if you're ready, let's do our 6 times tables on our fingers and then stop when we get to 30. Are you ready? Ready. Let's go. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So we've got to 30, and how many fingers do we have? That's right, we have 5. So we know each part represents 5. And here it says we have to shade in 10. So let's count in 5 so we get to 10 and see how much we have to shade in. Okay, 5, 10. Okay, so we now know we need to shade in 2. So let's shade in 2 parts because that represents 10 over 30. Well done. So let's go to our next one. Okay, so here you can see it says 30 over 80. So again, if we count the parts of this shape, it will help us to work out what fraction needs to be shaded in. So let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have 8 parts. So we need to work out how many 8's go into 80. And again, we know our 10 times tables. So we know that 8 into 80 is 10. So each section represents 10. But let's just check that. Let's count in our 10s and see if we're correct. Are you ready? Let's go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Well done. So we now know each part represents 10. And the fraction we need to shade in is what? That's right, 30. So let's shade in 30. So 10, 20, and 30. Well done. So now we've shaded in 30 over 80. Good job. Now we can go on to our next fraction. And here we have 21 over 30. So again, like the others, we are going to count each part to work out what we need to shade in. So let's see how many parts we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so again, we can use our 10 times tables. So we need to work out how many 10s are in 30. Okay, so how many 10s are in 30? That's right, 3 10s go into 30. So we now know each part is worth 3. But let's just check. That's correct. So we go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 28, 30. So that's right. 3 represents each part. So it says we have to shade in 21. So let's count in our 3's again and shade in each part as we go along. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So now we've shaded in 21. So we've shaded in how many parts? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've shaded in 7 parts because that represents 21 over 30. Well done. Now let's go on to our final fraction. Okay, so again, what do we need to do? That's right, we need to count all the parts, and that will help us work out what part of the fraction we need to be shading in. Let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we need to find out now how many 12s go into 24. I'm sure you know your 12 times table. Yes, I thought so. So, how many 12s go into 24? That's right. 2 12s are in 24. So each part should represent 2. But let's just check that. Let's count them together. Let's do our 2 times table. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. We're correct. So each part is worth 2. And here, what we need to do is shade in how many? 8, that's right. So let's count in our 2s and shade until we get to 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Well done. We've shaded in 8 over 24. So this is how we work out how to shade in fractions. I hope you've enjoyed the lesson today. Have a good day now. Bye.